What was the whole process like for you?
I feel like it was a fun process. It was a good experience. I got to work out for a bunch of teams, and I'm just glad that I got the experience.
What was the feedback like that you got while going through the NBA combine process and team workouts?
It really was just like they loved my high energy, the physicality. They thought I needed to improve like on my reads throughout the ball screen and improve my three-point shot making, just staying consistent with it.
When you made the decision not to go forward with the NBA, you obviously had the transfer process to also figure out what ultimately led you back here.
I would say really just the family that I already built with the coaching staff, teammates. It really just led me back coming here, just going somewhere where I was loved instead of just somewhere where people were just going to tolerate me just because my talent and stuff that I bring to the table.
Speaking of teammates, going to be a lot of fresh faces on this roster. As one of the upperclassmen, how do you feel kind of as stepping forward as a leader and helping build chemistry over the summer?
I was just talking to Coach Ham about it. I feel like one thing that we lacked last year is just like us being connected off the court, which leads to us being way better on the court. We do like a lot of switching, so that comes with a lot of communication and stuff like that. So us just connecting off the court is going to help us like way more than it did last year.
What do you think kind of needed to be addressed to make this team better, and do you see any of that having happened here in the last few months?
I would say the off court stuff, just being like connected, as a team, as brothers off the court, and that's going to help us and what we need on the court for real.
You come across as a relatively quiet guy, but I mean, when it comes to leadership, is it setting an example, just a tone? Like, how do you do that?
So with me, I like to lead by example, like, cause I understand where a guy's coming from, as far as like not like the way they take things. So like I try to like lead by example and try to like get my point across to guys as far as like on the side. Like I don't really want to call people out in front of everybody because I understand how that feels and how it makes people feel. So I'm more of a lead by example guy.
Did you initiate the coming back, or did they keep up with you? Like, how did that kind of go during the process of after the NBA decision was made and you were still in the portal? How did it go about that? You and FSU came back together.
I was always communicating with them throughout the whole process. So like me coming back was just like a no-brainer for real.
You have to ask, was NIL a consideration were you talking to other schools? Was Florida State kind of the one that you wanted to come back to?
I would say other schools were like big on NIL stuff, but just me already being here at Florida State, I wasn't really worried about the NIL stuff. I just wanted to be a part of a team that was really going to look at me for what I was.
I think we saw a report out there that St. John's, Michigan were schools you're considering, and then you go ahead and make the announcement and come back to Florida State. How did the timeline work out to where you decided to recommit yourself to Florida State?
I would say I actually didn't talk to any of the other schools. I just like had my mom handle it for me, so she like just went off of what they were saying and stuff like that. But I was always like texting Coach Ham, Coach Nick, and them about like coming back and stuff, and throughout the process, what I was looking for going into the process, and it just led me back here.
How excited was Coach Ham when you told him you were coming back?
He was really excited. Like he's always excited man, so he was really excited.
How much are you glad you went through this process to get the feedback, to get a feel for what you need to work on to make that leap after this coming season?
I mean, I was blessed to go through the process, just get invited to the combine, being able to go work out for teams. I feel like it was a blessing, so I'm going to take it all in and apply it to this year, and hopefully going back into it next year, I'll be in a way better position.
Just being 1 year more established here, do you feel any more comfortable going into the season than you did last year coming to a new program, and will that benefit the team overall?
Yeah, I feel like going through that process helped me a lot, because now I kind of like I stayed in shape throughout the summer, so I feel like as far as like me coming back getting on the court, it's gonna like give me that advantage that I need to just be where I need to be and put myself in a great position.
You obviously were feeling yourself out when you got here last year and you were a new guy, but now that you have a year under your belt, you're more mature, you've gone through this whole process, how much do you kind of try to take a leadership role going into this coming season?
This incoming season, I just want to like show the guys like what I went through as far as like the process and what it's going to take, because I know it's a lot of guys on the team that want to be at that level as well. So I'm just going to like try to give them little pointers and what I've seen of me going through that process, and hopefully it can help us as a team and just make us all better at one.
Was there anything about a role or some of the stuff that you heard feedback-wise that you went to Coach Hamlick when you're like, hey, if I do come back, I want to be able to do this or that or display this?
I mean, Coach Ham got a lot of connections as far as like NBA guys, so he already knows like what they've told him about what I need to improve on and stuff like that. So I know he's gonna put me in a position to do what I need to do as far as like getting better for next year.
Thank you, Jamir.